Rockford's home for Classic Rocks, 96.7 The Eagle. Good morning. It's Double T, and recently I did an article about Bigfoot sightings in the Rockford area, and it's gone crazy on the internet, and I got contacted by a Bigfoot expert, Dale McKenna. Dale, how you doing today?
I'm good. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Tango Whiskey, go for Papa Bear. Roger that. The Horny Dwarf is taking the cheese. Over. Okay, sorry about that. I got some radio chatter here. I'm currently head of security over here at the Cambridge Galleria in St. Augustine, Florida, so I apologize for that. Who's this, by the way?
This is Double T from 96.7 The Eagle in Rockford, Illinois.
That's great. We'll look Double D. I think the main
Double T.
I'm sorry?
Double T.
God bless you. Yeah, so here's the thing. I've been hunting the Sasquatch, and here, this is a little bugaboo of mine, but as I hear you talking about, Bigfoot, what have you, the proper terminology is Sasquatch. I don't know if you're aware of that, so I'd appreciate going forward if we could call it Sasquatch. It's in honor of the Native Americans who coined the phrase. It's an Apache term, meaning hairy man. So I'd like to keep it on the up and up, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind calling him Bigfoot. That's fine.
Hold on one second. Roger that. Go ahead. Tango Whiskey. Yep, that's right. Okay, go ahead. Roger that. Hold on. Okay, Larry, I can't hear you when you're screaming into the radio. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me squelch that down. You got some questions for me, or how can I help you with Sasquatch today?
Yeah, well, it seems like we've been having a lot of sightings in the Rockford area over the last several years, and wondering what we could do to find out if this is a real Bigfoot or just...
Yeah, son, if I could just call you back to the terminology. Define our terms. That's always the key thing. When I served our country bravely in Vietnam for 2 tours. The first time I ever came across a Sasquatch, it's a Sasquatch, it's not a Bigfoot. Okay, let's get that straight if we could. And look, I know you're probably a nice young man, although you're on the radio, so for all I know, you could be some hippie, and you could have, long hair and be trying to put the daisies in the barrel of a gun. I don't know. But look, here's the thing. Sasquatch is nothing to mess with. First time I ever saw me a Sasquatch, we were 3 clicks out of Yangchao province. And I saw this thing coming at me that I swear to God, it was taller than a man and muscular, but it had a beautiful face. It was like a face of an angel. And for a moment, I'm just human too, by the way. I had a weakness. There was a chance if I would have had a moment alone with this creature, I probably, there's a possibility I could have made sweet love to it.
Wait, Captain Dale. I understand that you may be fond of Bigfoot, but I think that we really want to focus on what's going on here in Rockford.
Look, I got you. Let me just tell you, the main thing about the Rockford area there, and I have spent some time in your neck of the woods, believe you me, there's a lot of sightings. Look, I've seen Sasquatch as far south as Bloomington and as far north, if you want to be honest, I've seen it as far north as Alaska, because the Algonquin tribes were the first ones to actually find Sasquatch in its native environment like that. And I'll tell you what, you could see and let's be clear, a lot of people mistake deer and elk for Sasquatch all the time. There's a real easy fix for that. Let me tell you, what I do is a lot of times in the old days, people would go by the feet prints and the feet markings. That's passe, to be honest with you. What I like to do is I like to go ahead and just examine the scat, because fecal matter will always tell the truth. That's something they taught us in the Marine Corps. You can pick up a piece of Sasquatch scat, and if you're in doubt, and I tell this to your listeners, you can pick it up and touch it to the tip of your tongue, and there's no mistaken Sasquatch scat. It will tingle the tip of your tongue like a 9-volt battery.
Captain Dale, I don't want my listeners to go out and touching scat with their tongue. Come on, can we talk about something a little bit more realistic here?
You want to be real. That's how you identify it, because you don't want to mistake a chimpanzee, an orangutan, something like that, what have you, for a Bigfoot. According to the BFRO, rather, the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, I call it the organization simply, look, they will recommend a scat test among anything else. And it's like, look, I don't want to get in the weeds here, but I was in my favorite watering hole the other night, and the barkeep, look, this guy started giving me some lip over the bill, and I had to remind this young man, we are on elevated alert, tensions are running high.
Wait, Captain Dale, yeah. Can we keep it in the world of Bigfoot?
Now, that reminds me of one time I did see a Sasquatch near Bloomington, and I'll tell you, that thing, it's got thighs that were incredibly muscular, which reminds me, so I'm talking to this bartender, and I don't need any lip. I'm not a man who's prone to violent outbursts unless I've been through a couple of balloons of black tar heroin and a bottle of Jack. But look, just because you admit Mark Wahlberg is an attractive man, that doesn't mean a thing. He's not only...
Captain Dale, I appreciate your time today.
Hold on there a second. Goldilocks, go for Papa Bear. Roger that, I copy. No, okay, look, I am so sorry. Apparently there's a dust up in the food court there's some jackball who's harassing the gals at the hot dog on a stick. It's like clockwork, every time they make the lemonade, some young buck goes too far. I appreciate your time. Hopefully we can talk again.
Well, thank you for taking the time. Captain Dale McKenna, expert Bigfoot hunter. Hopefully we'll talk to him again soon. It's Rockford's home for Classic Rock, 96.7 The Eagle.